Good evening, welcome to the SGS College Arena for the last home game of the regular season for the Bristol Flyers as they take on the London City Royals right here live on YouTube. And it is a must-win weekend for Bristol Flyers. They cannot afford to slip up this weekend. A pair of wins will see them still in the playoff race. They also require a couple of other results to go their way, which we'll get onto in a little bit later on. And tonight I'm very pleased to be joined by a man who's played under Coach Kapoulas for 7 seasons with the Bristol Flyers. It's Roy Owen. Roy, welcome to tonight. Thank you very much for coming on with us this evening, first of all. And what a game we have in store this evening.
Yeah, these are the games you live for if you're a player. You've got to win. You win, your season's over. They're playing against a really tough team in London Royals, who are the first season in the BBL, already won the trophy. They're looking to finish with a top 4 finish as well. So this game won't be easy, but I think Flyers might be up for the test.
Of course, London City Royals entering tonight following that defeat to Cheshire Phoenix last night. Of course, you managed to watch that game in full, and that result meant that, of course, Flyers now have to win both. You've been in this kind of situation before as a player. What's going through Coach K's mind heading into this weekend?
Yeah, a big saying when we was at the Flyers, just to control the controllables. Like, you can't really control other teams' results. Cheshire had done awesome down the stretch, putting out a big win yesterday against the Royals. But if you're the Flyers right now, you just win today, and then you focus on next week and then see what happens with the other results.
If we take a quick look at some of the possible outcomes this weekend, as we look at on your screen now, Flyers currently 9th place, 14 wins and 17 losses. They have to win both games this weekend. Of course, they play London City Royals here tonight, and then they travel to Surrey Scorchers on the final day of the regular season. That game tips off at 2 p.m. and then they have to, if they do come out on top in both of those games, they require either Plymouth Raiders to lose to Glasgow Rocks away from home, or they need Worcester Wolves to defeat the Cheshire Phoenix. As for the London City Royals, they're currently 5th in the league, 17 wins and 15 losses, and a win for them tonight will guarantee them a top 5 finish. They can still finish 4th if results go their way, and of course they qualified for the BBL playoffs last weekend. And Roy, that game last night, Cheshire Phoenix against London City Royals, I know they were down by 20 points at the half. They came back in that third quarter. They almost managed to pull their way right back into the game. They'll certainly be out to put things right here tonight.
Yeah, I think that shows what kind of team they are as well. So it doesn't matter if they're in any situation, they're going to keep fighting till they come back. So that's something Flyers have got to keep in mind tonight. Even if they get the lead early or the lead late, London aren't the type of team to give up and just give it to the other team. They're going to keep going. They've got experienced guys. They've got a lot of veteran players that have played at really high levels, and we're going to see that tonight.
Well, it's back to where it all began for London City Royals. Of course, they picked up their BBL debut win here at the SGS College Arena all the way back in September, as we take you straight into tonight's starting lineup, starting with the Bristol Flyers. And no surprises for Coach K here, as he names an unchanged lineup to the one that fell in that overtime defeat to Plymouth Raiders on Easter Sunday. And it's Jalen McLeod and Justin Gray in the backcourt. They're joined by Fred Thomas and Tevin Fowson, playing with Daniel Edozie inside. Just the one change for the London City Royals, as AJ Roberts makes way for Ashley Hamilton, who steps back up into the starting lineup. And Roy, we spoke about it briefly off air, but such strength in depth in this London City Royals team this year.
Yeah, that might even be their disadvantage at times. There's a lot of guys in this team that are expected to get a lot of minutes, and for other teams would have had a lot of shots. They've made a really unselfish move to come together to represent UK players, to represent London, but also that can be their disadvantage at times when guys have to rotate a lot, maybe not get as many shots as what they're used to getting. But when they can put it all together, they're a great team, really hard to beat. Well,
it's going to be Ed Lucas and Hamilton in the backcourt. They're joined by Washburn, Brian Manning and Orlan Jackman, as both teams go up for the opening tip, and it's Daniel Edozie and Matthew Brian Manning. They're going to have to re-jump this one here.
They're both a bit eager to get going here.
Well, the fans are certainly eager for this one as well. Sold out crowd here in Bristol. Game's been sold out over 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, if Flyers come out with a good start now, the crowd's going to be really excited, ready to go.
Well, opening tip is won here by Washburn, and he's closely guarded by McLeod. Looking for Lucas off the screen, pulls up for 3, front iron no good, and the first rebound of the game falls to Daniel Edozie.
Flyers are going to look to push the ball here, get the ball moving early, get people different shots.
It's one of the things that Coach K really emphasises in his Flyers team is that transition offence, turning defence into offence. Looking for Daniel Edozie down low, ends up with him. Kick it back out to 1,000 for 3. Overcooked that one, and Brian Manning gathers in the board.
Good pressure on the ball.
Hamilton hands off with Washburn. Hamilton looking for a lob there, I think, and ends up with him wide open on the baseline. Hamilton, nothing but net on that one. London City Royals, the first 3 points of the game.
Bit of a misdirection play on that one, looking to chase the screen. Wasn't really showing on their coverage there.
1,000 looking for Edozie down low. Triple team comes and Thomas is open from the baseline. Kicks it out to 1,000 who's open. He goes baseline as well. Good defence there from Brian and Manning, and it's going to stay with the Bristol Flyers.
It's good ball movement, but I think they probably got to shoot that shot in the corner there. If they're moving the ball that much, he was wide open. That was probably the best shot to take.
Oh, it's one of those awkward ones where could have caught the ball awkwardly, and Daniel Edozie almost turned it over there as they got it inbound. Thomas has to fire up with the shot clock winding down, and another rebound falls to Brian and Manning.
London are going to push it in transition every time.
Washburn Euro step layup, no good. Offensive rebound falls to Brian Manning, but the referee waves it off, and the foul is called on Ed Lucas away from the basketball, and it's going to go towards the Flyers. First personal foul there on Ed Lucas. Here is Jalen McLeod, now tops 1,000. Into Edozie. Here's Thomas on the wing, turns the corner. Daniel Edozie ends up with it down low once again, and a turnover there from Edozie.
It's a lot of pressure on the basketball from London here. Bristol just got to make the reads, find the extra pass, go back door, get easier looks. Instead they're trying to force it against the pressure. That's why we've had a couple of turnovers here.
Slow start here for both teams. Just 3-0 is the score. Here's Washburn, turns the corner. Lucas, guarded by Thomas. Down low to Brian Manning. Goes to work down low on Edozie. Puts it up and puts it in. Beautiful move inside. Soft touch for 2.
We'll see if they end up changing their matchup against that. They decided not to double or come down to help. Easy bucket.
Here's Jalen McLeod out wide to Thomas for 3. Thomas puts it up, no good. Rebound gathered in by Jackman. And here comes Jackman the other way for the Royals.
Good transition defense there by the Flyers. London are going to try and push it every single time.
Dozie almost stole it away, ends up with Brian Manning, floats it up and gets the friendly roll. And it is a 7-0 run here for the London City Royals.
Yeah, if he gets an open look one-on-one, he's going to score every time. Flyers are going to have to help a little bit more. Daniel can't be the only person here guarding him.
Well, it's a slow start here for the hometown Flyers. A must-win game here to keep their BBL playoff hopes alive. Surely not the start that Coach K would have wanted. 1,000 kicks it out to Thomas. Gray swings it to McLeod, open for 3. Knocks it in on the buzzer.
Great ball movement by the Flyers. Every time they move the ball, they're going to get good shots. London pressuring the wing. Just got to find that extra pass, find the open guy.
Well, it took them a couple of minutes to get their first points of the game, but trail by 4 here, the Bristol Flyers. Hamilton open again for 3. Back-to-back threes for Hamilton. And Royals are feeling it from downtown early on.
Yeah, you never know how a team's going to come out after a back-to-back game. Sometimes they come out tired. That isn't the case here. They look focused. They look like they really want to try and make that top 4 spot. Flyers have got to respond.
1,000, tough shot, able to get it to go off the glass. And they now trail by 5.
Yeah, he's not afraid to shoot. He can miss 2 or 3 shots in a row and you know the next one's still going up.
Lucas guarded by McLeod, down low to Brian
Double
Manning.
team this time.
Double team on Brian Manning, but still gets it to go.
Yeah, they've got to load up every time he catches in the post house. It's going to be a long night for the Flyers.
Edozie top to McLeod. Ball screen comes from Edozie and McLeod from the elbow, no good. Offensive rebound batted back to McLeod, and Thomas all the time in the world to shoot that one. And they certainly can't leave them that wide open.
Second wide open look in a row for the Flyers, and they've knocked it down. They made the Royals punish.
We approach the midway point now of this opening quarter. Flyers trail 8 points to 12 here. Ball screen comes from Brian Manning.
Switch the ball screen, looking for the mismatch inside.
Brian Manning again going to work down low, puts it up, and the foul is called on Justin Gray. And you can see what he felt of that call.
Yeah, they've had 3 different coverage down there on Matthew. They've singled one time, next time they started to double, last time they switched. They've got to be a bit more consistent on their post defense.
It's going to send Matthew Brian Manning to the free throw line, and what a fantastic season he's had back here in the BBL.
Yeah, he's one of the standout UK players there's probably ever been. He's just went to Washington, had a great college career, and been playing all over the world. And for him to come back to England has sort of set a bit of a trend now with this Royals team, where other guys that have been playing abroad are now saying, you can come to England, you can have a good career. And he's backed it up. He's great numbers this year.
Brian Manning knocks down the free throw, and the Royals lead 14 points to 8 here. Here's Fred Thomas, guarded by Hamilton. Now top to Gray, hands off with Thomas, guarded by Lucas. Delpesh now into the game for the first time tonight. Thousands open again for 3. Overcooked that one, but last touch by the London City Royals, say the referee.
Yeah, that's a great look though. He's wide open, just got to get his feet set. You're ready to knock it down, but like I said, he's not a player that's fazed by misses. He'll definitely put the next one up if he's wide open.
It's certainly been one of the things that's troubled this Flyers team this season, is their shooting from beyond the 3-point line. A couple of threes to get the nerves going early on here.
You've probably got to look to get Gray a look here. Yeah, I don't think he's took a shot yet so far. That's one of their main scorers. He's got to get going.
Beautiful layup there from Jalen McLeod. High arcing layup. Soft touch off the glass.
McLeod's one of those guys, and once he gets going, once he hits one shot, he gets really hot. He's a heat check guy.
Here is Neighbour. Now Brian Manning is wide open from downtown, and another player knocks down a triple. Flying in all over the place. He's
hurting them so far. He's given buckets inside. Now bucket at 3. They got to start to hedge over and start to helping him a little bit more. Delpesh tries to give him one back though.
Blocked by a Manning, and ends up with Delpesh once again. 4 minutes to go in this first quarter. Rebound.
Great post defense. Great post defense. Stays there, doesn't give up the foul. Looking for it in the post again.
Here is Washburn, pulls up mid-range 2, splashes that one. Defender all over him, and Coach K has had enough here, looking to call an early timeout here with his team trailing 10 points to 17.
Looks like they're just getting mixed up on some of their matchups there. That time they wasn't sure if they're going under him or over him. Same thing with Manning in the post. One time they switched, the next time they didn't. I think they just got to get their rotations right a little bit here.
Well, it's a fantastic start to London City Royals, who had a tough start last night against the Cheshire Phoenix, and they certainly, Jay Williams will be saying to his team, we can't afford to have another start like we did against the Phoenix last night. They've come out all guns blazing so far, Roy.
Yeah, they've come out a little ready to play. Like I said, on a back-to-back, it's difficult. You're tired from the game before, especially off a loss. But this team comes out even looking even more focused, trying to say that wasn't us yesterday. We can be a much better team. And so far, they've come out with the energy needed. You'd like a little bit more energy from the Flyers, considering their season's on the line right now. They've had some wide open looks in the corner. They've probably got to make some here. I think the real issue is on the defensive end. Royals have been open off a lot of shots, and they've been hurting in the post with Matthew O'Brien.
Well, there's a couple of other games going on around the BBL Championship this evening, and of course the league title could be decided here tonight. London Lions are on the road in Newcastle, and early on they lead 11 points to 10. If they win there, they will claim the league title. However, if Leicester Riders can come out on top against Surrey Scorchers and Newcastle can defeat the Lions, then it could all come down to the final game of the regular season on Sunday, when the Lions face the Riders.
Another crazy season in the BBL.
Oh, it's been fantastic, hasn't it, with teams beating each other all over the place. Here's Gray for 3, just off to the right there, and the rebound is gathered in by Hamilton.
London are going to set something up here, run a half-court set.
Here is Neighbour, now out wide to Washburn. Ball screen comes from Brian Manning.
Short roll.
Beautiful pass into Hamilton, but last touched by the Bristol Flyers, say the referee.
That was a good offense by the Royals' edge. Didn't get a chance to finish at the end.
The referee just overturned his call there. He said, "My bad," and it was in fact last touched by a London City Royals player. So Fred Thomas is going to get us back underway from the side, from the baseline. Mike
Vigor entering the game. Always the leader for the team. Big vocal presence in the locker room. Let's see if they need his leadership now here on court.
Cloud guarded by Washburn. Vigor's looking for it, doesn't end up with him. And swings it to Del Pesh, and a foul is called there on Brian Manning. It's his first personal foul for Matthew Brian Manning.
That's one thing with the Royals, especially yesterday. They got really frustrated with the referees, kind of took them out of their game. But then the fourth quarter, when they just focus on themselves, they're a much better team.
Well, Brian Manning takes a seat on the bench with his first personal foul. And of course, Jay Williams doesn't want to get his players in foul trouble too early in this game. Thomas fires up for three, knocks it in from downtown.
Big shot.
Exactly what the Flyers needed coming out of that timeout.
Got the mismatch.
Hamilton up against Del Pesh. Good stand there from Del Pesh, and here comes Thomas the other way in transition. Blows past Washburn, and now McLeod fakes it, drives inside, floats it up, and the foul is called, and it's going to send Jaden McLeod to the free throw line.
Good extra pass by Thomas there. He probably could have shot it, but found his teammate, wanted to get him going. McLeod aggressive, going to the line now, hoping to make two.
A fantastic debut season there for Jaden McLeod, coming out of ETSU. First pro contract with the Bristol Flyers. And of course, not the only player in the BBL this season from ETSU. Of course, he went up against his former college teammate, Devontavious Payne, last weekend against the Plymouth Raiders. Took overtime to separate them.
Yeah, McLeod, he's an athletic point guard, can really get going. He wants to drive a lot. He's not much. He can knock it down from the three, but really he wants to get to the paint, wants to get fouled, can make athletic finishes around the basket.
McLeod knocks down the first free throw here. Narrow this gap down to 5. And fans go silent here at the SGS College Arena as players get set to take their free throws. No good on the second. The rebound's gathered in by Orlan Jackman. Here's Tuluasi into the game for the first time tonight. Now guarded by Del Pesh. Tuluasi Eurostep, feeds Neighbour on the curl, puts it up, nice move off the glass. And London City Royals on top, 21 points to 14.
London move really well off the ball, so one player will be attacking, someone else cutting and moving, getting into open space. You can't afford to sleep on that stuff if you're the Flyers.
Mike Vigor, turnaround jump shot, blocked by Washburn. Ends up with Vigor again, fade away, no good. Third chance opportunity now for the Flyers. Here's Thomas. Del Pesh looking for position down low, feeds it inside. Del Pesh puts it up, no good, and 3 opportunities there to put points on the board, and they came up with nothing, Roy.
Flyers struggling to finish inside there. They're getting the looks. They had a mismatch with Vigor inside. You got to punish them and finish, just like Tuluasi did down there.
And the foul's called there on Marcus Del Pesh, and from one end missing the open look to then going down and committing the foul at the other end. That's surely got to be a frustrating sequence there for him.
Tuluasi's a versatile player. He can shoot from the outside, can go inside. If he sees a mismatch, he's trying to post up. He's one of those guys that's been around the UK for a long time, and he managed to score whatever team he's with.
Sam Tuluasi had spells with Leeds Force and Manchester Giants in the British Basketball League, and knocks down the first free throw. He's averaging just 5 points a game so far this season here for London City, but he's one of those role players, knows his role, comes off the bench for the Royals, and really making his impact here for London City.
It's a lot of unselfish guys for this Royals team, guys that can score 15, 20 points a game, but they're here scoring 7, 8, 9 points a game just to be unselfish.
Grader Thomas, who jams it in on the alley-oop slam, and that's certainly what they needed to get the fans into this game. Flyers trailing by 6 here, minute and a half to go in this first quarter. Washburn fires up for 3, front iron, and the foul is called on Tuluasi away from the basketball. Loose ball foul, and going to give Flyers basketball.
Flyers have got a chance to hang around here in this quarter. It's not their best start, but the score is close, so they get a good basket here. They're right there.
Jalen McLeod brings it up over the timeline. Guarded by Washburn. Going to run something here for Coach K. Hands off with Thomas. Ball screen comes from Delpesh. Thomas turns the corner. Figure fakes the three. Looking for Thomas on the baseline. Thomas pulls up from the baseline. Three, knocks it down. Fred Thomas.
He's feeling it. He's playing good. He's keeping the Flyers in it right now.
Flyers trail by 3. 48 seconds to go. They can go 2 for 1 here if they're quick enough, London City.
Don't seem in a rush at the moment.
Neighbour jacks up for 3 off the mark. Here comes McLeod.
Flyers trying to get the 2 for 1 themselves.
Got numbers here, the Flyers, and it's blocked by Neighbour. Looking for Tuluasi, intercepted by Gray, and now McLeod puts it in for 2, and the Flyers trail by 1.
Great hustle by the Flyers. They're going to hold it for 1 shot. Got a mismatch here at top if he sees it.
Stolen away, and the foul is called there on Jalen McLeod. And a frustrating call there from the Flyers, but they had fouls to give.
I'm not sure Washburn knew the shot clock then. He looked like he was trying to attack early rather than hold it for 1 shot. Could have been a turnover, but they got lucky. Now they'll probably hold it for 1 shot to finish the quarter.
Going to bring Dangakodo in for Wes Washburn. They look to rotate their bench. It's one of those ones where you can rest Washburn for the last 20 seconds of the first and then give him that whole quarter break as well.
Yeah, Jules can do a bit of everything. He can score, but he's also a really great defender, athletic guy. Even though he's just come off the bench, I wouldn't be surprised if he still shoots it here.
Final 10 seconds. Dangakodo off the dribble, puts it up, no good. And there's Neighbour on the follow. And that's going to do it for the end of the first quarter. It's been back and forth between these two teams. Royals threatened to run away with it at one point in the opening 10 minutes, but at the end of the first quarter, it is a 3-point game. The London City Royals lead the Bristol Flyers 24 points to 21. Welcome back to the SGS College Arena, where the Bristol Flyers trail the London City Royals 21 points to 24 after the first 10 minutes here of action. And a sold out crowd here at the Wise campus, a great atmosphere. As I'm joined tonight by former Flyers point guard Roy Owen. And Roy, first 10 minutes in the books here, it's been back and forth between both teams. What have you made of the opening period so far?
Yeah, Royals have come out with a lot of energy. Flyers have missed some shots from 3 and close to the basket they probably could have made, but been really impressed with Thomas so far. He's made some big threes, really kept him around the game. Vigor coming into the game as well, got the ball moving. It's all to play for right now.
Gray to inbound, feeds it to Delpesh. Lewis Champion into the game for the first time tonight. Here's Justin Gray, guarded by Tuluasi. Vigor turns the corner, puts it up, no good. Offensive rebound falls to Marcus Delpesh. Second chance opportunity, no good. Third chance opportunity now for the Flyers, and Thomas again for 3. And Thomas drains the 3. And the Flyers all tied up here, 24 points apiece.
He's the guy right now, he's hot, you've got to find him.
Must-win game here for the Bristol Flyers if they want any chance of keeping their playoff hopes alive. Neighbour kicks it out to Jackman for 3, and he knocks one down.
Yeah, another guy on the Royals team that can score. They got a lot of them.
Trading threes to start this second quarter. 27 to 24. Here's Delpesh.
For the pin down screen.
Out wide to Gray. Gray looking to isolate on Neighbour. Down low to Delpesh, turns the corner, floats it up off the glass, no good. And a foul is called there on Tulawasi. Loose ball foul. Oh, I beg your pardon, it's called a Mike Vigor loose ball foul. And it's going to be Royals to get us back underway from the side.
Flyers are big at the moment with Delpesh and Vigor in, and it paid off on the last play. Tip ball to an offensive rebound, kick out to Thomas to score.
Kodo guarded by Champion, skips it to Lucas. Now his Neighbour for three, back iron, no good. Offensive rebound forced to Jackman. Neighbour backing down Thomas, double team comes from Vigor. Up top to Roberts for three. Front iron, no good, and the rebound's chased down by Fred Thomas. Stolen away there by Roberts, who lays it up and in. Great defence there from the London City Royals.
Yeah, Flyers played a great set of defence there, got a stop, turned it over there. Royals going straight back the other way to get an easy two.
Well, the game was tied up briefly to start this second quarter, but Royals have built this 5-point lead once again. 8 minutes to go. Here is Tulawasi out wide to Jackman. Down low to Neighbour, closely guarded by Fred Thomas. Going to work down low. Fadeaway jump shot, tough shot there from Will Neighbour.
Neighbour's one of those streaky guys. If he gets hot, he can get going, but also he missed his couple, so once he drops his head a little bit.
Gray puts it up, mid-range two. Nothing but net for him. And Gray once again is down to three.
Gray's been quiet so far, but once he gets going, he can get really hot.
7.5 minutes to go in this second quarter. Zenga Kodo looking to go all the way, and the foul is called. I think it's going to be called on Marcus Delpesh. Champion had his hand up as well, but the foul is going to be called on Delpesh, say the officials. And a bunch of substitutions coming in for both teams. Fousen, Mayandombe and Edozie checking in as Thomas, Delpesh and Vigor take a breather. And Tulawasi and Roberts both take a seat for the London City Royals. Here is Jackman out wide to Hamilton. Down low to Neighbour, has caused all kinds of problems early in this game. Now Jackman fakes the three, drives inside, up against Edozie, and the foul is called there on Daniel Edozie.
Yeah, I think that was the right call. He looked like he got him on the arm. Rawls moved the ball well, didn't settle for the three, was aggressive. Now he's going to get two free throws as a reward.
Two former Commonwealth Games teammates for Team England, as Orlan Jackman and Daniel Edozie. Both coached by Andreas Kapoulas at the Commonwealth Games. As Jackman finds himself at the free throw line. Can't make the first free throw.
With this Flyers lineup now, it should be a really good defensive team. A lot of energetic guys. Champion and Panos can pick up full court, make them turn a little bit, try and get some steals and run in transition.
Jackman goes 1 for 2, extend this lead now out to 4.
Full court press.
Flyers looking to work their way out of it, and Mayandombe's open for three. Back iron off the mark. Offensive board falls to Fousen, puts it up, and there's Daniel Edozie on the follow. That's certainly what he does best for Coach Kapoulas' side, grabbing those offensive rebounds, second chance points. Royals off the mark, rebound secured by Fousen, and Flyers off to the races once again.
That's what Mayandombe does. He wants to push the ball, a lot of energy, brings a spark for this Flyers club.
Mayandombe turns the corner, open lane for him, lays it up and lays it in. Panos Mayandombe, and Royals, who led by as many as 5 in this second quarter, now find themselves all tied up at 30 points apiece.
Yeah, Mayandombe, whenever he comes in the game, he's going to bring energy, whether it's on the offensive end or the defensive end.
Lucas, ball screen comes from Hamilton. Lucas now being guarded by Champion, pulls up for three, front iron no good. They've gone cold in this second quarter, the Royals. Here comes Gray in transition, puts it up, the foul is called. And Gray, a bit of frustration there, felt like he could have got that layup to go. It's going to send him to the line for 2 shots.
Flyers look good when they push the ball. Every time they get the rebound, they should go, push it out to somebody ahead, see if they can get an early look, good look early. Well,
Will Neighbour's going to head to the bench here. for the London City Royals. 4 points tonight so far for him to go along with 2 rebounds. And Justin Gray finds himself at the free throw line here for the Flyers. Roy, you've had a chance to watch your first season watching this team from the sidelines. What have you made of Justin Gray so far this season for Bristol?
He's a great player. He can play on both ends of the floor. I think that's why I really like him, and he fits in well as a Flyer. He can really play defense. He's athletic. He's a good leader also. He can also score the ball. He can really get going, make shots in a row. He's clutch at the end of games also, so that's going to be someone to watch out for.
Well, Flyers fans have certainly got their money's worth this season out of Justin Gray. Hit a game winner against the Sheffield Sharks, and of course always known for those chase down blocks on the defensive end. Here is Dengakodo, guarded by Edozie. Mismatch down low. Now, Brian Manning's going at Daniel Edozie.
Single coverage.
Turn around, puts it up off the glass, no good. Rebound falls to Fowson. Great defense there from the Flyers. And now here comes Fowson the other way in transition. Euro step layup, floats it up, but there's great hustle from Edozie. Can't quite get that one to go. And Alden Jackman looking to throw it off the feet of Mayan Dombe, but last touch by the Royal State referee. It's going to stay with the Flyers.
Mayan Dombe's been great so far. Big spark, a couple of defensive plays, a layup, and again getting the ball back for the Flyers to give her another opportunity to score.
Champion to inbound, looking for Gray, feeds Mayan Dombe. Thought about shooting the 3 there, Panos Mayan Dombe. Ball screen comes from Edozie, and Mayan Dombe mid-range 2's way off the mark. Rebound secured by Hamilton. Brian Manning fakes the 3, drives inside, and count it, and the foul. Brian Manning now has a chance to convert a 3-point play.
He's been hurting him so far, especially going inside. He made that 1-3 before. Edozie overreacts on the pump fake, goes in for the easy and 1.
Well, 11 first half points for Matthew Brian Manning here tonight. Chance to extend that to 12 here from the free throw line. Ball gets that friendly roll, and looks like Figure and Thomas are set to return to the game. Justin Gray and Daniel Edozie are the ones to make way.
Full court pressure again. Maybe looking to trap in the corners.
Well, they certainly had success from that full court press in the 4th quarter last night against Cheshire Phoenix. And Mayan Dombe able to dribble his way out of this one. Here's Thomas. Thomas open for 3 and front iron, and again London City Royals leaving Thomas open from downtown. Here comes Wes Washburn, now being guarded by Vigor. He's got a mismatch here, feeds it to Lucas though. Now Brian Manning, he does have a mismatch being guarded by Champion. Good hands there from Lewis Champion, skips it inside to Hamilton. Shot clock down to 5 seconds here as Hamilton goes to work. Reverse layup is off the mark, rebound secured by Fowson. 1-point game here at the Wise campus. Flyers trailing by 1. Thomas skips it to Vigor. Now Mayan Dombe thought about the 3. Turns the corner all the way to the rim. Beautiful move for Panos Mayan Dombe. And the Flyers lead by 1.
Let's see the Flyers switch again down here.
Lucas pulls up for 3. Ball goes in and out, and they got lucky there, the Flyers. Lucas known for knocking down those 3s in transition. Here's Mayan Dombe, guarded by Lucas. Ball screen comes from Fowson.
Quick switch.
Fowson down low. Double team comes from triple team comes in the end, and good defense there from the Royals. Here they come the other way. It's Lucas, guarded by Mayan Dombe. Washburn turns it over to Vigor, and now the Flyers are off to the races. It's end to end right now.
They got numbers.
Thomas to Vigor. Vigor for 3. MJV for 3. Knocks it down. And the Flyers, their biggest lead of the game at 4.
Flyers have looked good every time in transition offense. Whenever they push the ball, move it a couple of times, they found someone wide open.
Hamilton now tops to Washburn, guarded by Champion. Here is Lucas looking for Brian Manning, and the foul is called there on Mayan Dombe.
Could have been wide open there on the slip to the basket. Couldn't quite make the pass.
And that is the fifth team foul even on the Flyers. So London City are in a bonus for the rest of this first half. And they'll certainly look to take advantage now for these final 3 minutes here, Roy.
Yeah, the Flyers are switching a lot, so they're looking to get into the ball screen, see if they can get an advantage in the post or an advantage on the outside with a big man guard in the guard. They haven't quite managed to be able to stop that so far, the Flyers. Been a lot of advantage ball for the Royals.
First one's good for Matthew Brian Manning. Of course, you mentioned the University in Washington. So, fantastic team he had there for his college career. But offensive rebound was gathered in by Hamilton there, and he gets fouled. So now he's going to head to the free throw line, and chance to shoot two to cut into this lead.
Flyers done a great job pulling back the lead in this half now, but this could be a bit dangerous now in the penalty with an aggressive team like London, who's going to look to be quick and athletic and get to the line. The Flyers need to be smart here and stay out of any foul trouble.
Ashley Hamilton, 14 points a game for the London City Royals this season. Also averages 5 rebounds for the team. Couldn't come up on the first free throw though. Shooting just 75% from the free throw line this season, so a rare miss. Second one is good. Flyers lead's been cut down to 2 here. Jalen McLeod feeds Vigor. Looking for Mayan Dombe, goes back door, now top to Fowson. Out wide to McLeod, ball screen from Fowson. Here's Jalen McLeod. Shot clock down to 8 seconds. Vigor puts up mid-range 2, and Mike Vigor, quick 5 points for him.
That's a great way to counter the pressure. A couple of backdoor plays. London overplayed it, ended with Vigor wide open at the top.
Hamilton top to Brian Manning. Now with 2.5 minutes to go here, Flyers are leading by 4, matches their largest lead of the game so far. Brian Manning working down low, puts it up, almost got that one to go, and you can see the frustration there as he slaps his hands in frustration, but it's going to send him to the foul line for 2 shots. He's
had his way inside down there. I think the Flyers have got to send someone to double or at least load up a little bit more. Anytime you've had single coverage, he's either scored, got a wide open look, or got to the line.
Well, he's caused Flyers all sorts of problems this season. He had a big double-double, 28 points and 12 rebounds when these teams met back on opening night. And then had 18 and 13 when the teams met at Crystal Palace in their second meeting of the season. And the Flyers really struggled to find a way of stopping him once again here tonight. As we approach the halfway point, already has 15 points to go along with his 3 rebounds. Here's Fred Thomas, guided by Hamilton. Ball screen comes from Fowson. Thomas in trouble here. Feeds Gray at the top of the 3-point line. Shot clock down to 8. Gray turns the corner, floats it up. Able to draw the foul, Justin Gray, and another trip to the foul line coming.
Flyers just space the floor there, let him go one-on-one. Should be an easy 2 points from the line.
Now Gray, the first-year pro out of Texas Tech University, has been following his team all the way to the national final this season. Of course, it's always tough to follow those kind of games when you're here in the UK with the time difference. Imagine you've had the same kind of problem, Roy, trying to follow Dwayne out in Bradley.
Yeah, a lot of setting alarms, waking up in the middle of the night to watch people and support some of my friends that play out in America. But it's all worth it, man.
Gray knocks down the first free throw to give Flyers that 4-point lead once again. With 2 minutes to go in this first half, chance to give Flyers their biggest lead of the game. Easy 2 free throws there from Justin Gray. And Flyers on top here, 41 points to 36. Under 2 minutes now to go in this opening half. Must-win game here for Coach K's men. Ball into Hamilton. Tied up with Mayan Dombe, but Hamilton able to get that hook shot to go.
The switch again hurts the Flyers. Switch. Easy bucket inside.
Almost stolen away there by Washburn as McLeod able to work his way out of the full court pressure. Mayan Dombe, great pass into Gray. Fowson dribbles around the top of the three-point line and puts it up inside. Offensive rebound, able to chase down his own miss. Puts it in for 2.
He's not shy, he's definitely going to shoot it.
Foul is called there on Mayan Dombe, and as we mentioned, the Royals are in the bonus now for these last 2 minutes or so. So trip to the foul line once again here for London City Royals. And when you're a team like London City, of course, you had that physical game at home against Cheshire last night. Of course, this is the kind of situation you want to be in here, where you can get some easy points from the free throw line. Yeah,
exactly. A tough game yesterday. They come out with a lot of energy, but since then it's been a bit back and forth. Teams trading baskets. But now for the rest of this quarter, if they're aggressive and Flyers don't play good defense, they could be at the line.
Of course, Dusha, who last season had that brief spell at Worcester Wolves, where made it all the way to the BBL Cup final. Knocks down that second free throw. And now the lead has been cut down to 3. Is McLeod, ball screen from Fowson. McLeod turns the corner, skips it out to Thomas, fakes the 3. Defense comes from Hamilton. Now there's Mayan Dombe open for 3. Undercooked that one. Offensive board again for Tevin Fowson. He's been all over the offensive glass here tonight. Skips in the lane, puts it in for 2. That's a beautiful spin there from Fowson.
Yeah, I said it a few times. He's not afraid to shoot. He can miss 1 or 2 shots, but you know the next one's going up.
Dusha falling out of bounds, feeds it to Washburn. Extra pass to Tulawasi, high arcing 3-pointer off the mark, but there's Hamilton on the follow. Third chance now for the Royals, and they recycle out to Washburn with 31 seconds to go. Here's Washburn, guarded by Thomas, puts it up, beautiful double pump, puts it in off the glass. The lead is down to 5. Final 10 seconds here, shot clock is turned off. It's McLeod, guarded by Dusha, spins in the lane, turns it over, and now here's Dusha the other way in transition. He's chased down by Gray, but Dusha puts it in off the glass, and that's the perfect way for London City Royals to end this first half. They trail by just a single point.
Yeah, frustrating half for the Flyers. They probably could have pulled out a little bit there. That would have been a big opportunity to pull it out, but they got down early. They hung around, made a few big plays. Thomas has been great in the first half. But even game going back into the half-time.
Well, we talked about Matthew Bryner-Manning and the impact that he had on this game in the first half. 16 points for him, but in fact Fred Thomas leads all scorers with 17 first half points. He's really been a handful for the London City Royals here tonight.
Yeah, and he's had a lot of open shots as well, so he's been spotting up, knocking those shots down. He's someone that can make tough shots as well, so I expect him to get going in the second half. They're going to need him in this game.
Well, as we've reached the end of the first half, it's Bristol Flyers with that 1-point lead in this must-win game to keep their playoff hopes alive. Roy and I are going to have a little break. We'll be back with you in around 10 minutes' time. for timeouts, yeah?
So
Well, welcome back to the SGS College Arena, where we've got a 1-point game on our hands at the end of the first half between the Bristol Flyers and the visiting London City Royals. It is a must-win game here for the Flyers if they want any chance of keeping their playoff hopes alive. And I'm very pleased tonight to be joined by former Bristol Flyers point guard Roy Owen. And Roy, you look at some of those half-time stats, what is it that stands off the page to you?
yeah, a lot of the stats are fairly even. Both teams shooting it quite well. Obviously, Thomas had a great game for the Flyers. But I think the big thing that kept Flyers involved during the early struggles was the rebounding. Falzon's got 8 already, so he's been really aggressive. And a lot of second chance opportunities they've kicked out. The Flyers have managed to hit a 3 just to slightly get the lead here going into the half.
Well, they've out-rebounded the London City Royals by 12, the Bristol Flyers. They lead the battle of the boards 27-15. And as you say, that certainly has been would have been a key pointer for Coach Kapoulas heading into this one with players like Brian Manning, who are very active, particularly on the offensive glass, as we look to get set back underway for the start of this third quarter. And it's going to be London City Royals to inbound here for the visitors, London City here. Here's Lucas, out top to Brian Manning. Washburn kicks it over to Lucas.
Same play they ran at the start of the first half.
Brian Manning down low, turns the corner, floats it up and floats it in, and the Flyers, they struggled to find answers for Brian Manning in that first half.
I think that's the key to the second half now. Is Kapoulas going to make any adjustments moving forward?
Here's McLeod. Kicks it out wide to Gray, guarded by Lucas. Now here's Thomas up against Brian Manning. Falzon hands off with McLeod. The shot clock's down to 3 seconds. They've got to shoot it here, the Flyers, and the shot clock goes off. And I don't think Jaden McLeod realised how long was left on the shot clock. And there's a turnover for the Flyers.
Royals are aggressive every time on defense, so if you're the Flyers, you want to see if you go backdoor a couple of times, move the ball from side to side, and eventually things will open up, but you can't force it against the pressure with them.
Here's Wes Washburn up against McLeod. Swings it up top to Lucas, who's open for 3. Overcooked that one. Another offensive rebound falls to the London City Royals. Falzon ends up on the deck, and both players hands on the ball. It's going to be a jump ball violation, and the possession arrow points towards the Flyers.
Great hustle there. That's another rebound for Falzon. He's been really good on the boards, really active on defense.
8 rebounds for Tevin Falzon tonight to go along with his 6 points. So he's well on the way towards a double-double here tonight.
Let's see if they go back inside again. That's where the advantage has been all night.
1-point game here at the Wise campus. It's Daniel Adozi up top to Falzon. Gray's looking for the backdoor cut, ends up with him. Tough fadeaway jump shot, rattles around the rim, no good. Rebound secured by Jackman. Here's Lucas, skips it out wide to Hamilton. Jackman now to Washburn. Washburn drives inside, throws it down with a one-handed slam. Where's Washburn?
I didn't expect that. They're athletic, are there? Way to get up. They moved the ball 2 or 3 times. Went in there for the big dunk.
Well, that'll certainly fire up this London City Royals team as Fred Thomas puts it up and puts it in. What a tough shot there from Fred Thomas in response. Olin Jackman just looking to the bench there. I think he's going to get a substitution, is he? No, he's not. I think he might have taken a knock to the head there, just off to the right of your screen. London City about to get us back underway. The official just telling the table officials the shot clock needs to say 22 seconds. And now we are back underway. Here's Jackman up against Gray. Step back from Olin Jackman for 3. Ball goes in and out. Rebound Thomas. Off to the races here, the Flyers. It's Thomas. Kicks it out to McLeod. Now Adozi. Hands off with Gray. Ball screen from Adozi. Gray goes in and out. Puts it up, no good. Rebound Washburn, and now Royals have numbers here if they're quick enough. And Brian Manning did well there to draw the foul. Looked a bit of a scary moment there for Justin Gray as he went into the wall. But quickly back out there on the court, always good to see.
Yeah, Brian Manning's been hurting him in lots of different ways. I think the key to the game now for the Flyers is how you're going to adjust on him. I think you've got to load up a little bit more on the post. Don't let him get easy looks. And then in transition, then he beat the bigs down to the other end of the floor. Now he's going to the line for 2.
Well, he's got 18 points, Brian Manning, to go along with his 3 rebounds here tonight. And Orlin Jackman is going to get sent to the bench. Has to come off here. I think he might have got a cut on his head, in fact, as he holds the towel up to his face. They are going to bring back in AJ Roberts for the London City Royals. Brian Manning finds himself at the free throw line.
Bit of trash talk going on now between the 2 point guards. I'll see if that fires even one of them up.
As a former player, is that something that happens quite often in BBL, or is it, you know, sort of different with different players?
Yeah, I think really in the BBL, a lot of guys talk, but it's never that personal, and you know, you should be fired up for this game anyway. Flyers, it's a must-win game for them, and Royals are trying to make top 4, so a little bit of trash talk doesn't hurt. Just gets the competitive juices going a little bit.
Well, that free throw, London City are now back on top by 2. Now, with 7.5 minutes to go in this third quarter. Here's Thomas. Fousen looking to back his way down low. He spins in the lane, puts it up. Good defense there from the Royals, and now here comes Lucas the other way in transition. Brian Manning lays it in for 2. End-to-end stuff for Matthew Brian Manning. He's now got 20 points.
20 points and only missed 1 shot.
Daniel Edozie at the top of the 3-point line, hands off with Gray. Ball screen comes from Edozie. Gray goes to the basket, puts it up, and able to draw the foul. And Brian Manning picks up the personal foul. First team foul of this third quarter. We'll send Daniel Edozie, beg your pardon, Justin Gray to the free throw line. 6 points so far tonight for Gray.
Yeah, he's been quiet this game. They're going to need him if they can have a chance to pull this win out.
All the offense so far has gone through Fred Thomas. Has 19 points to lead the way to go along with 5 rebounds. And of course, as we approach the end of this third quarter, you feel the pressure start to rack up on the Flyers as they need to come out with a win if they want any chance of making the playoffs this season.
Yeah, if you're the Flyers, you want a bit more of an advantage now, but instead they're coming from behind. Let's try to see if they can start over a defensive stop.
Here's Washburn out wide to Brian Manning. Up against Edozie. Brian Manning fakes the jump shot. Now backing down Edozie, turns the corner, puts it up, puts it in. Matthew Brian Manning having himself a game right now. Here is McLeod in and out dribble. Finds himself in trouble here. Hands off with Fousen. Gray at the top of the 3-point line. Skips it back to McLeod. Shot clock down to 6, and the foul is called on Wes Washburn. It's going to be on the floor, say the referees.
Flyers might have got bailed out a little bit there. Not really much offense going. Just ended with the middle pick and roll. Blocking foul.
Well, Brian Manning, who quickly picked up that foul, heads down to the bench, and that is going to be Matthew Brian Manning's 3rd personal foul. McLeod pulls up mid-range 2, and they needed that, the Flyers. They now trail by 2 with 5.5 minutes to go. Lucas up against Edozie, tough move, and the foul. And Ed Lucas has a chance to complete a 3-point play for the London City Royals.
Royals just playing simple basketball. Early ball screen, switch, mismatch against the big man, straight to the basket, and 1. Flyers have been switching all game, and so far it's hurt them.
Well, Ed Lucas, that's his first points of this one. He's able to draw the foul, and chance here to complete a 3-point play here. Nothing but net on the free throw. And the lead is back up to 5. Delpesh, ball screen comes from Gray. Gray puts up a mid-range two. Too much on that one. Rebound for Washburn. Here come the Royals, chance to extend this lead. Royals pull up for three, back iron, off the mark. Another opportunity here for the London City Royals. Here's Roberts. Ball screen comes from Hamilton. It's Washburn.
Switch again.
Download to Hamilton. He's got a mismatch inside. Turnaround jump shot, no good.
Last couple of offenses. Flyers offense has got a big stagnant. Let's see if we can get back to moving the ball a little bit.
Here's Fred Thomas, pulls up mid-range two, and Fred Thomas now has gone cold from the field, and they really need him to get going, Bristol Flyers. Washburn turns the corner, able to draw the foul, and Wes Washburn again is going to go back to the free throw line. Done a great job of getting to the foul line, London City Royals, this third quarter.
Yeah, they've been aggressive. I think Flyers have got to respect it though. They know what kind of player he is. Although he can make the three and make the outside shot, he wants to drive and be aggressive. So if you're the person on the weak side, you've got to come all the way over, take that away, make him make the extra pass. But there he just took a couple of dribbles, aggressive move, and again, back to the free throw line.
Well, Wes Washburn, 2 free throws coming up here for him. And 24 points last night against the Cheshire Phoenix. And tonight has just 6 points for the London City Royals. Also has 3 rebounds to go along with 3 assists. Midway point now in this third quarter. Flyers trailing by 6. Here's Figure. Figure driving inside. Double team comes. Figure's in trouble here. Skips it out to Mayandombe. Fakes the pass. Beautiful pass inside to find Delpesh. Just miscommunicated there. Last touch by the Royals though. And it's going to stay with the Flyers.
McLeod wanted that extra pass there in the corner. He was wide open. Flyers are dying for a bit of ball movement here, but they're sort of bailing them out a little bit early.
Thomas comes off the screen, pulls up mid-range two, knocks it down, and Fred Thomas extends his tally up to 21 points. Hamilton for 3, air ball on the 3-point jump shot. And Flyers, they got away with that one. Chance for them now to cut into this lead. Here's McLeod, ball screen comes from Vigor. McLeod pulls up for 3, and McLeod drains the 3. And just like that, it's a 1-point game.
They're going to need someone else. Torres is carrying them all night. They need either Gray or McLeod, one of those players to get going, to give them a bit of energy.
They need to stop here, the Flyers, and now Neighbour feeds it back top to Washburn. Ball screen comes from Neighbour. Washburn step back, pulls up, deep 2, front iron. Rebound Mayandombe. Good defense there from the Flyers. And now here's Thomas for 3. Back of the iron, no good. Bit of a heat check there for the Flyers. Still trail this game by 1. Roberts skips it to Hamilton. Now Dusha. Neighbour at top of the 3-point line. Hamilton down low, up against Delpesh. Fakes it. Puts it up, can't finish. And now here comes Fred Thomas the other way in transition, and some good transition defense there from the London City Royals. Cloud on the wing. Up against Hamilton now. Delpesh at the top of the key, turns it over to Hamilton. And now they've got numbers, the Royals, and Hamilton goes coast to coast all the way, lays it in for 2.
Yeah, 2 bad shots before that, an air ball and a missed layup around there. That time he's determined to get to the basket to make an easy layup.
Well, a technical foul is called on LVC Dusha, I believe. I think it was for touching the ball after it went through the net. Don't know if I saw a warning already, but he's going to give Flyers the free throws. A timeout's been called on the floor as Coach Williams just looking to talk things through with his side. They can't afford to lose discipline here, the London City Royals. I mean, you spoke about it, Roy, before. This is a team that does play off their emotion quite a lot this season.
Yeah, they're up and down. Once they got their defensive energy going, they can really get going here. It's a little bit static at the moment, but I think, to be honest, I think Flyers are bailing them out. They're coming down, moving the ball once or twice, shooting some early shots. They look really good when they move the ball, go back door. Look to play against the pressure rather than just trying to drive into it or shoot the early shot.
Well, it's a three-point game on our hands here at the SGS College Arena. Of course, the Flyers, it's a must-win game for them, the first of two must-win games this weekend if they want any chance of making the Beneco's British basketball playoffs. And of course, the end-of-season finale you can see on your screen there, Sunday, May 19th at the O2 Arena. And you can get your tickets available at axs.com. Promises to be a must-see game of action at London's O2 Arena. Of course, a couple of other games going on tonight. Glasgow Rocks are in action against Worcester Wolves. It's the Rocks on top. The Rocks trailing by 1, I beg your pardon. But the important games, top of the BBL Championship, London City Royals, London Lions even, they've got a big lead over Newcastle Eagles up in at the Eagles Community Arena. They lead 63 points to 47. Of course, if they win that game here tonight, they will claim the league title. And Leicester Riders on top against Surrey Scorchers, 66 to 53. They're doing their part if they want to send the title race into the final day of the season. But as it stands right now, London Lions even could claim the league title. Done that twice now, Roy. London Lions, City Royals.
Yeah, we're not used to having two London teams that are both really good at the top of the league.
Well, the free throw is good for McLeod following that technical foul, and we're going to go back to where the technical foul was called, which was back in the Flyers' backcourt. So a bit of full court pressure once again for London City, and mentioned it earlier in the programme that they had such success from that full court press last night against the Cheshire Phoenix. I'm surprised they haven't gone to it as much here in this game.
I think they use it when they need it, when they're out of timeouts and in stop ball situations. They really want to get a stop, they're going to go to it. They're not going to overuse it too early. Delpeche
no good. I think Wes Washburn might have got a piece on that one. And here come the Royals the other way in transition. It's Hamilton down low to his Washburn, top of the three-point line. Dusha now looking for Neighbour up against Thomas. Got a height mismatch here. Turn around, jump shot, nothing but net. And that's a beautiful fade away from Will Neighbour.
He's been quiet so far, but he's someone that's streaky. Once he makes one shot, look for the next one to go up.
The lead is up to 4, and now McLeod looking to respond the other way with a 3, no good. Able to chase down his own miss. No foul called there from the referee. And McLeod gets it to go. Strong move off the glass.
Yeah, that's what he does. He makes tough finishes around the basket, extremely athletic. A lot of composure to finish that basket.
Well, he took a tough fall there, and there's Neighbour again for 3. Heat check there that time. Offensive rebound called, but the referee calls it off. And I think it might have been an offensive foul called there on Wes Washburn. Ashley Hamilton, I think, is called on away from the basketball. It is going to be Flyers ball, and London City Royals are in team fouls now for these last 2 minutes. Mike Vigor takes a seat. Justin Gray back into the ball game.
Look for him to get going here. He's had a quiet game so far, but he's someone that down the stretch, when it matters the most, he can really step up and make a big impact in this game.
Ndombe guarded by Dusha.
Needs some ball movement for the Flyers. Everything's a bit like this, static, letting London just pressure them.
Ndombe turns the corner, and Ndombe goes all the way, able to create his own shot off the dribble.
He's had a good game so far. Instant offense off the bench.
We're tied up at 61 points apiece. Dusha, top to Roberts. Now Dusha on the wing, guarded by Delpeche. Dusha pulls up for 3, and Dusha drains the 3. And with a minute to go in this third quarter, London City Royals take a 3-point lead.
Wherever the switch is, they're trying to find it, so they're either looking inside or the guard on the outside then shot the 3 in a big man's face.
Here is Panos Ndombe. Turns the corner, looking for his options here. He's in trouble. Finds Gray. Shot clock down to 5 seconds, and Gray goes to the rim, kisses it off the glass for 2. Cuts that lead down to 1.
We'll see if they go for the 2 for 1 here.
Washburn now being guarded by McLeod. They're going to hold it up here for London City. Now being guarded by Del Pesh. Out right to Roberts.
Mismatch inside.
Neighbours on top of the 3-point line, and Washburn looking inside for it. Washburn pulls up from the top of the key, no good. Good rebound there from Gray. And with 10 seconds to go, Flyers have a chance to take the lead going into the 4th. It's McLeod, drives baseline, is in trouble here, and Gray for 3. Front rims are no good, and that's going to do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. A back and forth period. Flyers had a chance there to take a lead going into the 4th quarter.
Yeah, but they'll take that as the Flyers, but it's all to play for right now. I think there's a lot of switching going on with the Flyers, so there's advantages inside. I think if Flyers move the ball a little more on offense, they're going to get a lot better looks, but even game so far, it's all to play for.
Well, as the players take a quick break, we will too, and we'll see you in just a couple of minutes' time. To the SGS College Arena, where it is crunch time here at the Wise campus. Bristol Flyers, they need to win this game if they want any chance of making the BBL playoffs this season. And right now they find themselves trailing by 1 with 10 minutes to go here. I'm joined by Roy Owen, former Bristol Flyers point guard tonight. And Roy, it's a big 10 minutes coming up here for Bristol Flyers. It's all or nothing right now.
Yeah, it's all or nothing. Thomas has really stepped up so far, but I think they're going to need a couple of those other main guys to get going offensively in this quarter. Get the ball moving, make big shots. This is what you play for if you're a player, though.
And for London City Royals, a chance for them to keep their top 4 hopes alive. They need to get a win here and rely on a couple of other results to go their way to secure that top 4 finish. A win for them tonight will guarantee their spot in the top 5 as we get underway for the final quarter of action. Here is Neighbour, guarded by Adozie. Now Washburn turns the corner, splits the defence. Washburn feeds it into Tulawasi. Strong finish, no good. Able to gather in the offensive rebound and puts it back for 2. London City Royals on top by 3.
Pressure down the floor, looking to pick up.
Here is Lewis Champion.
Struggling against the pressure.
Guarded by Dangakodo. Now Mayandombe. Ball screen comes from Daniel Adozie. Mayandombe's got a mismatch here on Neighbour. Picks up his dribble. Feeds it to Thomas on the wing. Shot clock down to 4 seconds. Thomas has to go to work here, and Thomas drives all the way to the basket. Tough finish, but there's Daniel Adozie on the follow, and it is a 1-point game once again.
That's what he does best. Crashes the boards every time, keeps the ball alive. Big 2 points there.
Dangakodo drives it in, able to draw the foul. Strong move inside. Bit of a wild finish there though, but his teammates gather around him just to make sure he's okay, and he's back to his feet. There's a chance to shoot a pair of free throws here to extend London City's lead once again. Dangakodo yet to score here tonight, but certainly been a great addition to this London City Royals team this season.
Yeah, he's someone that can come off the bench, athletic, really quick on defense. Last time he picked up Champion full court, made him turn 3 or 4 times, made it difficult for Flyers to get into their offense. Flyers now, let's see if they can get a good look on offense, move the ball a little bit, try and get them more of an open look than they've had done previously.
The second free throw is good, and the lead is back up to 2. Here's Mayandombe. Top to Adozie. Now Thomas up against Roberts. Thomas feeds it down low to Edozie. Shot clock down to 8 seconds. Ball reversed to Mayandombe for 3. Ball goes in and out. Now Washburn gathers in the rebound, off to the races. Able to pull it back out. Ball screen comes from Neighbour, looking for it inside. Top to Roberts. Shot clock down to 10 seconds. And a turnover there for London City Royals. The Flyers got lucky there. Great defence to get that ball back, Roy.
Yeah, they had the switch inside. Talawasi was trying to get a post up against Champion, but I think they forced it in there a little bit. If it's not there straight away, they can move the ball, go to the next look.
Is Champion. A foul is called away from the ball. It's going to be on number 4. AJ Roberts, says the referee, up against Thomas. And Thomas has really caused London City Royals problems here tonight. 21 points to go along with 7 rebounds so far.
Yeah, that was a smart move by Thomas. Made him look like he was grabbing his arm. Faked the foul. Got rewarded for it.
Ball into Thomas. Now top to Mayandombe. Shot clock down to 10 seconds. Ball screen Edozie. Mayandombe looking for Edozie down low. Last touch by Daniel Edozie, says the referee. And it's going to be London City basketball. Well, they've got 8 minutes to keep their season alive here, the Flyers. 2-point ball game. Washburn turns the corner. Kicks it out to Dengakodo. Turn around. Guarded by Champion. Great pass into Roberts, who reverse layup off the glass is good. The lead is up to 4. Stolen away by Tulawasi. He's all alone to the basket and lays it in for 2. Sam Tulawasi. Yeah, momentum's with the London City Royals right now.
That's what the Royals want to do. They want to pressure, get up on the ball, look to get steals, look to be active in the passing lanes. Great steal there.
6-point ball game on our hands. Daniel Edozie feeds it top to Gray. Gray turns the corner, drives inside, and the foul is called. It's going to be on the floor against Sam Tulawasi.
It's a bit of a big moment for the Flyers here. A lot of pressure. Obviously, this game defines the rest of their season. Down 6. They really need to get going here on the defensive end and on the offensive end.
Champion and Mayandombe take a seat. Fowlson and Jaden McLeod both return to the ball game. And Will Neighbour takes a seat for Matthew Bryan and Manning.
Poulis has gone back to his main guys now. It's that his starting 5 out there. All the guys he trusts to try and get it done down the stretch.
McLeod goes back door. Hands off with Daniel Edozie, and McLeod pulls up for 3, knocks it down. And they've half the lead here, Bristol Flyers. They trail by 3. Washburn out wide to Roberts. Tulawasi down low to Bryan and Manning. Guarded by Edozie now. Tulawasi's wide open for 3. Back high, another offensive rebound for London City Royals. And there's Bryan and Manning, who travelling violation is called against Bryan and Manning inside. And there's going to be Flyers basketball from the side.
We talked about rebounds at the half, but London's been the team in the second half to be more aggressive on those boards. Got a lot of offensive boards, lead to second chances, but wasn't able to come up with it there.
Chance for Flyers to narrow this gap down to 1 or tie the game with a 3. Edozie looking for Gray. Beautiful pass from Daniel Edozie to feed Justin Gray.
That's their all game, all the back doors. They're going to put pressure on the wings. Go back door, it's going to be open.
Washburn goes coast to coast all the way and able to respond the other way in transition. Flyers caught napping there.
Yeah, can't afford to sleep against this London team. They're pushing it every single time.
3-point game once again. 5 minutes to go in this one. McLeod turns the corner, kicks it out to Gray for 3.
Good pass. That's a foul as well.
Foul is called on the 3-point jump shot. And now Justin Gray has a chance to tie this game at the foul line.
I think it's a good lineup for the Flyers now. As soon as they've injected them back in, they're a lot more offense, look better on the defensive end also. I think this will be the 5 he finishes the game with.
Tulawasi takes a seat, also does AJ Roberts. There's a great shift there from Sam Tulawasi. Justin Gray finds himself at the free throw line. 12 points so far tonight, along with 2 rebounds and 2 assists. And we last spoke, Roy, you wanted to see Justin Gray get his offense going a little bit. He's slowly getting up to his season average now.
Yeah, he's got his season average, but a lot of it's come from the line. I think they need him a lot more in the half-court sets. Maybe win a play or two for him with him coming off screens, because if he's open to shoot, he's going to knock it down. And if they overplay him, he's able to go in, make plays for himself. But it's been a good game for him so far, but they're going to need a little bit more down the stretch.
Well, Gray came up short on the first. Second one is good. And now the chance to narrow this game down to a one-point game on the third. Of course, a lot of eyes on this game around the league. Implications on the playoff places. Flyers are looking to keep their season alive here. 5 minutes to go, and they trail by 1. Can the Flyers take the playoff race into the final day of the season? Here's Washburn, skips it. There's Orland Jackman, air ball on the 3. Rebound at Dozy. McLeod able to keep it in bounds. Here he comes now in the other way for the Flyers. It's Fousen, out wide to Thomas. He's holding it up now for the Flyers, looking to run some offense. Dozy skips it back to Fousen.
Backdoor option was there.
Great pass again for Gray, and Gray can't finish this time. Chance for them to retake the lead, blown by the Flyers. Now here come the Royals the other way. Down low to Brian Manning, up against Tevin Fousen. Double team comes, Brian Manning fades away, and Brian Manning makes the jump shot. He's really caused Bristol Flyers problems here this evening. Yeah,
that time they decide to double team, fades away, makes it anyway. They can't stop him right now. Offensive foul.
Offensive foul there called on Fred Thomas. And it's going to go back now to the London City Royals, and now a chance for them to push this lead out even further. They've been chipping away at this lead, the Bristol Flyers, but just haven't quite managed to get their noses in front in this final quarter. Yeah,
they're trying to fight the pressure. Like, you don't need to do that there. You can just keep the ball moving. Last time they had 2 people go back door, both people were open.
Stolen by Gray, and now Gray's off to the races in transition, and another offensive foul called against the Flyers. There's great transition defense there from Hamilton, able to take that charge, and now the Flyers find themselves in trouble once again.
Feels like neither team's got momentum here.
You feel like the next couple of plays could really determine which way this game will go. It's hanging in the balance right now. Flyers with their playoff hopes on the line. 4.5 minutes to go. They trail by 3. Here's Washburn. Now Hamilton pulls up mid-range 2. Rebound Gray. And last touch by Gray, say the referees, and Gray let it go out of bounds, and the referees have given it towards the London City Royals here.
Questionable call.
Well, you can hear what the fans thought of it at the SGS Wise campus, but it's going to be Flyers on defense here, and they need to get a stop here. 4 minutes to go. Ball into Hamilton. Dengakodo, Brian Manning down low, going to work on Edozie. A double team comes, and it's knocked loose by Thomas. And now here comes Gray the other way in transition. Skips it to Edozie. McLeod for 3. And McLeod drains the 3. And we're all tied up at 75 points apiece. And could that be the dagger that Flyers need to get their offense going in this 4th quarter?
Need a stop here.
Washburn out wide. Chapman's wide open for 3, and he can't finish. And the offensive rebound once again falls to the London City Royals. Dengakodo turns the corner. He gets fouled by McLeod. Going to send him to the foul line, chance to shoot 2.
Royals have been aggressive all game. Whenever things have got a little bit sticky, they've just been aggressive, put their head down. They got to the line and been rewarded for it.
And Dengakodo twice now had a great job of getting to the free throw line. Able to draw the fouls. And 75 points apiece here. Flyers playoff hopes hanging in the balance. Dengakodo finds himself at the line.
You know, Plymouth are rooting for him to make these free throws right now, same as Cheshire.
Of course, a loss tonight for Bristol Flyers will see their playoff hopes end. But if they can pull away with a win here, the playoff race will come down to the final day of the season. Kodo checks out. Roberts checks into the game. 3.5 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. 1,000 to inbound. Here's Jalen McLeod. Ball screen comes from Edozie. McLeod pulls up mid-range too, and that one's short. Rebound gathered in by Jackman. Here comes Washburn the other way. He's got momentum here, and he goes all the way to the rim. There's no stopping Wes Washburn on that one. And Coach Kapula straight away wants to call a timeout. Bristol Flyers find themselves down by 4 points here with their playoff hopes hanging in the balance. And if you're Coach Kapula, ask Roy, what is it you're saying to your team right now with your season on the line?
I think defensively we've got to get back in transition. Washburn, whenever he seems teams relax, he's just going to fly down the floor. There's been a couple of opportunities when the bigs have fly down the floor also. But I think for the Flyers on offense, whenever they just don't move the ball, the last situation there, they just went straight to pick and roll, went to an elbow jump shot. It's easy for the Royals to sort of defend, and then they crash the boards, going the other way, and it hurts them. So on offense, I really want to try and see some ball movement for them, and on defense, they've got to get back in transition defense.
Well, Matthew Bryant Manning now leads all scorers with 25 points. And as for the Flyers, Jalen McLeod's now leading away for them with 22 points. And not far behind is Fred Thomas on 21. He had 17 points in the first half, so quite a quiet second half here for Fred Thomas.
Yeah, I think he needs help though. Rose have come in the second half. They really locked in on him. It's really dying for another star for the Flyers to step up and score. Where Bryant Manning's been smart. He knows that the double teams come in sometimes and they're going to load up on him. He's just patient, kicked it out, and if they single, he's going to score, and they've got a really good look.
Well, there's 5 minutes to go out in Newcastle, where the London Lions are imminently going to win the league title because they're on top, 83 points to 62 against the Newcastle Eagles. So they will claim the BBL Championship on the final weekend of the regular season. And here at the Wise campus, Flyers find themselves trailing by 4 in a must-win game to keep their end-of-season hopes alive. Thomas pulls up for 3, front iron no good. Offensive rebound falls to Gray, and Brian Manning gets back on defense. They had a 5-on-4 opportunity there if they were quick enough.
Shot clock running down.
And a foul is called there on Brian Manning, and see the referee just saying no more of it. I think Brian Manning reacted to that foul call. And he had a technical foul warning there for Matthew Brian Manning. It's going to be greater inbound from the side, as you say, Brian Manning picking up his 4th personal foul. Ball screen from Edozie, kicks it out to Gray, and Gray pulls up for 3, and Gray drains the 3, and the lead is down to 1.
That's the one thing about Gray, even if he has a quiet game, down the stretch he's dangerous.
2.5 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. It's Washburn, closely guarded by McLeod. Now Hamilton. Brian Manning down low, up against Edozie. Double team comes, skips it into Hamilton. Extra pass for Orlin Jackman, who puts it in off the glass. And if Brian Manning can't deal the damage in one way, he'll find other ways to get players involved.
That's great basketball. He knew the double was coming.
Thomas 3, no good. Offensive rebound falls to Falzon, who puts it up and puts it in off the glass. And the lead is down to 1 once again with 2 minutes to go.
He's had a great rebounding game. Every single time he's on the boards, that's where a lot of his points have come from this game.
Well, they haven't led in this fourth quarter, the Flyers. Washburn, beautiful pass into Brian Manning, and Brian Manning can't finish. Here comes Thomas the other way in transition now. Thomas looking to hold things up here for the Flyers. McLeod hesitates, floats it up, floats it in, and Bristol Flyers have their noses in front. They lead by 1 with 1.5 minutes to go. Washburn turns the corner. Roberts now back top to Washburn, and Washburn fires up for 3, and Washburn drains the triple. Ice cold from Wes Washburn.
Tough shot, tough shot.
And the Flyers now trail by 2, and there's just over 1 minute to go in this fourth quarter. Season hanging in the balance. McLeod turnaround jump shot is blocked by Wes Washburn. He's all over the court right now. And Brian Manning looking to hold things up now for the Royals.
Probably going to go back inside here, see if we can get the double team, kick it out to the extra person.
And we're inside the final minute of this fourth quarter. It's Washburn. Skips it to Roberts, who's open for three. Back-to-back threes, and Brian Manning picks up his 5th personal foul. And also Flyers are in team fouls here. It's going to send Tevin Fousen to the free throw line. I beg your pardon, that's Brian Manning's 4th personal foul, so he has got one more to go. And Tevin Fousen now, big pair of free throws coming up here to keep the Flyers season alive. And Fousen comes up short on the first, and they can only come to within one now on the second.
They're going to have to rely on their defense now on the other end. Get a stop, come down, get a good look.
Fousen knocks down the second, and they've cut the lead down to 1. And there's 43 seconds to go here. And this is a season-defining moment now for the Bristol Flyers. It's Washburn, guarded by Fousen. Washburn, step back, pulls up for 3. Front iron, no good. Offensive rebound falls to Hamilton. Fred Thomas chases it down. There's 20 seconds to go, and the Flyers have numbers here. Thomas pulls it out, now top to McLeod. There's 14 seconds to go.
They don't want to
and the
wait
shot
here,
clock
they want
is
to go.
turned off, and there's 10 seconds left, and it's stolen away by the Royals. Now top to Fousen, final 5 seconds. Fousen floats it up. Daniel Dozy can't finish. And Bristol Flyers, the buzzer goes, and that's going to do it for their BBL playoff hopes. They've fallen to the London City Royals. 83 points to 84 is the final score. And they had a chance there to potentially take the win in that final possession. And Roy, what a way for the Flyers season to come to an end.
Yeah, that's you're gutted if you're the Flyers then. They had an opportunity to win it. They wasn't really sure what they wanted to do down the stretch there. Oh, disappointing.
Well, that's going to do it for Bristol Flyers season. They're not going to make the BBL playoffs this season. They had to face 2 must-win games in order to keep their hopes alive. And London City Royals have come out on top, 84 points to 83, to force the Flyers to miss the BBL playoffs. London City Royals, that win guarantees a top 5 finish for them, as we've got plenty of action coming up around the league this weekend. Surrey Scorchers are in action against Bristol Flyers in what will be a chance for Flyers to go out on a high away from home, as the London City Royals, the London Lions, who picked up the league title tonight, will face the Leicester Riders. Glasgow Rocks host Plymouth Raiders, and the Cheshire Phoenix take on the Worcester Wolves. As we wrap things up here at the SGS College Arena, my name's been Joel Osborne, joined by Roy Owen, saying so long, and we'll see you next time.